When people leave your life, the first feeling is often confusion. You start asking questions in your mind. Why did they go? What did I do wrong? But the truth is something most people do not realize immediately. Sometimes, people leave not because you are failing, but because you are changing. Growth is uncomfortable for those who were used to the old version of you. As you become stronger, more focused, and more self-aware, some connections naturally fade away. This is not a loss. It is a transformation. A Stoic mindset teaches us that we cannot control who stays or who goes, but we can control how we respond. Instead of chasing people who walked away, use that energy to build yourself into someone even stronger. Many people fear being left behind because they associate it with rejection. But rejection is often protection in disguise. Not everyone is meant to walk the entire journey with you. Some people are only meant to be there during a certain phase of your life. When your mindset shifts toward discipline, self-respect, and growth, those who preferred the old comfortable version of you may slowly disappear. That is not something to fear. In fact, it is a powerful sign that you are moving forward. Strong people are not defined by how many people stay around them. They are defined by how they continue to grow even when others walk away. A Stoic person understands that life constantly removes what no longer aligns with your purpose. Think about it carefully. When you start improving your habits, thinking differently, and setting boundaries, the environment around you begins to change. Some friendships that were built on convenience or weakness cannot survive your new strength. Instead of feeling empty, see it as space being created in your life. Space for better opportunities, stronger relationships, and deeper self-understanding. Growth requires room, and sometimes that room only appears when certain people exit your life. Most people try to hold on to everyone, even when the relationship is draining them. They fear loneliness more than they value peace. But the Stoic mindset teaches something different. Peace is more valuable than approval. Strength is more important than temporary company. When people leave, it forces you to stand on your own feet. At first, it feels difficult, but the difficulty is exactly what builds resilience. The strongest individuals are often those who learned how to walk alone without losing the direction. One of the greatest lessons in life is understanding that attachment can sometimes weaken your progress. When you rely too much on others for validation, your happiness becomes unstable. But when people leave and you learn to rely on yourself, something powerful happens inside you. Your confidence begins to grow quietly. You start trusting your decisions more. You stop explaining yourself to everyone. And slowly, you realize that your strength was always there. It was just hidden under the need for approval. Another truth many people discover later in life is that not everyone can grow at the same pace. Some people are comfortable staying the same. Others are determined to evolve. When these two paths separate, distance becomes inevitable. It does not mean either person is bad, it simply means the direction of life has changed. A Stoic mindset helps you accept this without anger or bitterness. Instead of holding grudges, you move forward with calmness and clarity. There is also something powerful about silence after people leave. That silence becomes a teacher. It shows you who you truly are without the noise of opinions and expectations. You begin to hear your own thoughts more clearly. You start setting goals that truly matter to you, not goals that were influenced by others. This is where real personal growth begins. Many people never reach this stage because they are constantly surrounded by distractions. But when people leave, the distractions fade, and self-discovery begins. Sometimes people leave because your standards have risen. You no longer tolerate disrespect, manipulation, or negativity. The moment you start valuing yourself more, certain individuals feel uncomfortable. They were used to a version of you that accepted less. Now that you expect more, they choose to walk away. But this is not a setback. It is a sign of progress. Raising your standards is one of the strongest decisions a person can make. Another Stoic principle reminds us that external things are temporary. Relationships, opinions, and even circumstances can change quickly. If you build your identity around them, you will constantly feel unstable. But if you build your identity around your character, discipline, and inner strength, no one leaving your life can truly shake you. This is the foundation of a powerful mindset. Strength comes from within, not from the number of people around you. Many successful people experienced periods where they felt alone. During those moments, they had two choices. They could either become bitter or become stronger. The ones who chose strength used that time to develop skills, wisdom, and emotional control. They stopped wasting energy trying to convince others to stay. Instead, they focused on becoming someone worth respecting. Eventually, new and better people entered their lives, but this time the relationships were built on mutual respect and growth. If you look closely at your own life, you might notice something interesting. Some of the people who left actually made you stronger without realizing it. Their absence pushed you to think differently. It forced you to become more independent. It made you realize your own value. What once felt like a painful experience slowly turns into a powerful lesson. This is the Stoic way of seeing life. Instead of seeing loss, you see transformation. There is a hidden strength in learning how to move forward without closure. Not everyone will explain why they left. Not everyone will give you the answers you want. Waiting for explanations can trap you in the past. A Stoic mindset teaches acceptance. Accept what happened, learn from it, and continue moving forward. The more you practice this, the more mentally strong you become. As you grow stronger, your circle may become smaller, but it becomes more meaningful. Instead of many shallow relationships, you begin to attract people who respect your values and mindset. These are the kinds of relationships that support your growth rather than hold you back. Quality replaces quantity, and once you experience that, you realize that losing the wrong people was actually necessary. Another powerful change happens when you stop fearing people leaving your life. You become calmer. You stop trying to impress everyone. You stop pretending to be someone you are not. Authenticity begins to replace insecurity. And when you are authentic, the right people naturally connect with you. This is how strong individuals build meaningful connections. Life also has a way of testing your emotional strength. Sometimes people leave during your most difficult moments. At first, it can feel unfair. But these moments reveal who truly supports you and who was only present during easy times. While this realization can be painful, it is also valuable. It helps you understand the difference between temporary company and genuine loyalty. Another important lesson is learning to let go without resentment. Holding on to anger only drains your energy. Stoic philosophy encourages emotional control. You acknowledge what happened, but you refuse to let it control your future. This is what separates strong minds from fragile ones. Strong minds focus on progress, not revenge or regret. When people leave your life, you are given a rare opportunity. You get the chance to redefine yourself. Many people go through life following expectations placed on them by others. But when those influences disappear, you can choose your own path. This moment is powerful if you use it wisely. Instead of feeling abandoned, see it as freedom to grow into your true potential. There is also something important to remember. The stronger you become, the more selective your life becomes. Not everyone will understand your mindset, and that is perfectly fine. Your journey is not meant to please everyone. It is meant to help you evolve into the best version of yourself. If you are currently experiencing people leaving your life, do not see it as the end of something good. Sometimes it is the beginning of something better. Growth often looks like loss before it reveals its true purpose. Trust the process. Focus on improving yourself daily. Strength is built step by step, decision by decision. And remember this important message for everyone watching this video. If this mindset is helping you see life differently, make sure you subscribe to this channel and join this growing community. Here, we talk about real strength, discipline, and the Stoic mindset that can transform the way you see the world. Subscribe now and be part of a group of people who are choosing growth over comfort. As you continue your journey, more lessons will appear. Some will challenge you, and some will strengthen you. But every experience has value when you approach it with the right mindset. People leaving your life does not mean you are losing. Sometimes it means you are leveling up. The strongest individuals are not those who never lost anyone. They are the ones who learned how to keep moving forward even after people walked away. They built resilience from silence, wisdom from pain, and clarity from change. So keep growing. Keep improving. Keep building the life that reflects your true strength. And if you want more content like this that helps you develop a powerful Stoic mindset, subscribe to this channel and stay connected. The journey of becoming stronger has only just begun. When people leave your life, a new chapter quietly begins, even if you do not notice it at first. Many people believe strength comes from holding everything together, but real strength often comes from learning how to continue when things fall apart. The Stoic mindset reminds us that life is always changing. People come and go, seasons shift, and situations evolve. What truly matters is how you grow during these changes. Every time someone walks away from your life, it creates an opportunity to understand yourself better. It pushes you to look inward and ask deeper questions about who you are becoming. There is a moment after someone leaves when everything feels quieter than before. Conversations become fewer. Messages stop appearing on your phone. The routine you once had changes. At first, this silence may feel uncomfortable, but within that silence is a powerful space for reflection. Many people avoid this moment by distracting themselves, but those who embrace it discover something valuable. They begin to realize that their peace does not depend on the presence of others. Instead, it grows from their ability to remain calm and focused regardless of who is around them. A Stoic way of thinking teaches us that we should not attach our identity to external relationships alone. Relationships are important, but they should never define your entire sense of self. When someone leaves and your identity is built around your character, discipline, and purpose, you remain steady. You might feel the change, but you are not destroyed by it. This inner stability is what makes a person truly strong. It allows you to move forward with clarity instead of fear. Sometimes people leave because your mindset is changing in ways they do not understand. When you start thinking more deeply, when you start choosing growth over comfort, not everyone will feel comfortable around you anymore. Some people prefer familiarity, even if that familiarity keeps them stuck. When they see you stepping into a different version of yourself, it challenges them. Instead of growing alongside you, they choose distance. This is not something you should feel guilty about. Your growth is not something you should apologize for. There is also a powerful lesson hidden in disappointment. When someone leaves, you may feel betrayed or hurt, especially if you believed they would always be there. But disappointment can reveal truths that comfort often hides. It shows you where you placed too much trust, where you ignored warning signs, or where you depended too heavily on others. These realizations are not meant to make you cynical. Instead, they are meant to make you wiser and more aware. Another important realization happens when you stop chasing people who have already chosen to leave. Many people waste years trying to convince others to return. They send messages, overthink conversations, and replay memories again and again. But the Stoic mindset encourages something different. It encourages acceptance. Acceptance does not mean you did not care. It means you respect reality. When someone shows you they no longer wish to be part of your life, the strongest response is to focus on building your future rather than chasing the past. Over time, you may notice that the pain you once felt slowly transforms into understanding. Experiences that once seemed unfair begin to make sense. You start seeing how certain relationships were preparing you for something bigger. Maybe they taught you patience, emotional control, or the importance of boundaries. Every experience carries a lesson, even the ones that initially feel like losses. One of the most empowering things you can do after people leave your life is to invest deeply in yourself. This means improving your mindset, developing skills, strengthening your discipline, and building a life that does not depend on external validation. When you focus on self-improvement, your confidence grows naturally. You stop needing approval from everyone around you. Instead, you begin respecting yourself more than ever before. As you continue growing, you may realize that some relationships were never meant to last forever. Some were meant to teach you something and then fade away. When you accept this truth, you stop seeing endings as failures. Instead, you begin seeing them as transitions. Life moves forward, and so do you. Another sign of strength is learning how to forgive without reconnecting. Forgiveness is not about allowing people back into your life when they have proven they cannot respect your boundaries. Forgiveness is about freeing your mind from constant anger. It is about choosing peace over resentment. When you forgive, you take back control of your emotional energy. You stop allowing the past to dominate your present. The Stoic philosophers often spoke about focusing on what you can control. You cannot control people's decisions, their opinions, or their loyalty. But you can control your reactions, your habits, and your direction in life. This mindset shifts your focus from frustration to empowerment. Instead of asking why someone left, you begin asking how you can grow stronger from the experience. There is also something important about learning to enjoy your own company. Many people struggle with this because they have always been surrounded by others. But solitude can be a powerful teacher. It allows you to think clearly, set personal goals, and develop a deeper understanding of what truly matters to you. When you become comfortable being alone, you remove one of the biggest fears most people carry. In many ways, people leaving your life can act as a filter. It removes those who were not aligned with your long-term growth. This filtering process might feel painful in the moment, but over time it improves the quality of the relationships you attract. The more you focus on becoming disciplined, calm, and purposeful, the more you naturally attract people who share similar values. There will also be moments when you look back and realize that losing certain people protected your peace. At the time, you might have felt like you were losing something important. But with time and clarity, you see that some relationships were holding you back. They may have encouraged habits that did not serve your future or created unnecessary stress in your life. Their absence allowed you to focus on becoming stronger and more balanced. A strong person understands that life is not about keeping everyone happy. It is about living with integrity and staying true to your values. When you begin to prioritize your values, some people will naturally step away because they no longer benefit from the old version of you. That is a sign that you are evolving. Another powerful shift happens when you stop fearing abandonment. Fear often causes people to tolerate disrespect or stay in unhealthy relationships longer than they should. But when you develop inner strength, you realize that your worth is not dependent on someone choosing to stay. This realization gives you the courage to walk away from situations that do not align with your growth. Sometimes the universe removes people from your life to make space for new opportunities. But these opportunities only appear when you stop looking backward and start moving forward. When your energy is focused on the past, you cannot fully see what is ahead of you. A Stoic mindset encourages forward movement, even when the path is uncertain. There is also wisdom in understanding that everyone is on their own journey. Some people are still learning lessons you have already experienced. Others may be moving at a different pace. Instead of judging them or feeling angry, you simply accept that paths sometimes separate. This acceptance allows you to move forward without carrying unnecessary emotional weight. Growth often requires discomfort. When people leave, that discomfort can push you toward personal transformation. You may start reading more, thinking more deeply, working harder, or focusing on goals you once ignored. These changes gradually shape a stronger version of yourself. One day, you may look back and realize that the moment you thought was a setback was actually the turning point in your life. Many people underestimate how powerful resilience can become. Each time you overcome a difficult experience, your confidence grows stronger. You begin trusting yourself more because you have seen your ability to adapt. This self-trust is one of the most valuable strengths a person can develop. Another truth about life is that people are attracted to strength, not desperation. When you stop chasing those who left and start building yourself, your energy changes. You appear calmer, more confident, and more focused. This shift not only improves your personal life but also inspires those who watch your journey. It is also important to remember that growth is not always loud. Sometimes the strongest changes happen quietly. While others are distracted by temporary pleasures, you are building discipline, patience, and emotional control. These qualities may not always be visible immediately, but over time they create a powerful foundation for success. When people leave your life, it can also help you redefine what loyalty truly means. Loyalty is not about someone being present only when things are easy. True loyalty appears during difficult moments, during change, and during personal growth. Once you understand this, you become more careful about who you allow into your inner circle. There will be days when you miss the past. That is natural. Memories can be powerful, and sometimes they remind you of moments that felt meaningful. But the Stoic mindset encourages balance. You acknowledge the past, but you do not allow it to trap you. You appreciate what was, while still focusing on what can be built next. As your mindset continues to evolve, you will start noticing patterns in life. You will see how certain people appear during specific stages of your growth. Some bring lessons, others bring challenges, and a few bring lasting support. Each one plays a role in shaping the person you are becoming. Eventually, you reach a point where you no longer fear people leaving. Instead, you focus on maintaining your peace and direction. You become someone who values depth over attention, discipline over comfort, and growth over approval. This transformation is powerful because it changes how you approach every area of your life. If you are listening to this right now and you have experienced people leaving your life recently, remember this important message. Your story is not ending. In many ways, it is just beginning. Moments like these are often the start of a stronger version of yourself. Use this time wisely. Reflect on your experiences, strengthen your mindset, and build habits that move you closer to your goals. Do not rush the process. Growth takes patience, and real strength is built over time. And if you want more content that helps you develop discipline, emotional strength, and a powerful Stoic mindset, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Join this community of people who are committed to becoming better every single day. Your support helps this message reach more people who need it, and together we can build a mindset that transforms lives. The journey toward becoming stronger never truly ends. Every challenge carries a lesson, every change carries an opportunity, and every moment of solitude carries the potential for growth. Keep moving forward, keep learning, and keep building the life that reflects your true strength. As we come to the end of this message, there is one important truth to remember. People leaving your life is not always a tragedy. Sometimes it is a signal that you are evolving into someone stronger, wiser, and more focused. Growth changes your priorities, your mindset, and even the kind of energy you allow around you. Not everyone will understand that transformation, and not everyone is meant to stay through every stage of your journey. That is simply how life works. The Stoic mindset teaches us that strength is not built in comfort. It is built in moments of change, silence, and self-reflection. When people walk away, you are given a powerful opportunity to rediscover your direction and strengthen your character. Instead of seeing it as abandonment, see it as a chance to step into a new version of yourself. A version that is calmer, more disciplined, and more aware of what truly matters in life. Always remember that your value does not decrease because someone chose to leave. Your worth is not defined by who stays or who goes. Your worth is defined by your character, your growth, and your ability to continue moving forward even when life changes unexpectedly. The strongest people are not the ones who never experienced loss. They are the ones who used those moments as fuel to become better. If you keep improving your mindset, setting stronger boundaries, and focusing on your purpose, the right people will eventually enter your life. They will respect your journey, support your growth, and understand the direction you are moving toward. Until then, continue building yourself. Continue developing your strength, your discipline, and your clarity. And if this message helped you see your situation in a new way, make sure you subscribe to this channel and become part of this growing community. Here, we talk about real personal growth, Stoic wisdom, and the mindset that helps you stay strong in a world full of distractions. Subscribe now so you do not miss the next videos that can help you build confidence, discipline, and inner strength. Your journey toward becoming stronger is only beginning. Stay focused, stay calm, and keep moving forward.